Hello, I'm Steve Banks and I'm delighted to be giving a talk/workshop called The Power of Music, hosted by the Psychosynthesis Trust. This is a very brief introduction to the workshop. I think everyone has experienced the power of music in their lives in various ways. Music has always been associated with ritual and healing, and with spiritual contexts in church, synagogue, weddings, funerals. I've been a musician all my life, and I've experienced the power of music in all different ways, including dancing in a disco, Gabriel Roth's 5 Rhythms. I have very wide experiences of the power of music. And I've also been on a quite lengthy now psychospiritual journey of healing and then exploration, which included training at the Psychosynthesis Trust. I graduated in 2000, and also while I was there I discovered the integral model of Ken Wilber, which has been a big part of my life since as well. And so in saying that music has always been associated with spirituality in human life, music has this extraordinary and mysterious way of evoking spiritual states, spiritual atmospheres. And of course, what the form of that music depends on the form of the spirituality that is being experienced, or the map of spirituality, which has changed through time as human consciousness has evolved. So I was asking myself, is there an equivalent for this new contemporary spirituality of these great choral works in the classical tradition? And there's something about these large-scale orchestral choral works which have a particular way of evoking the spiritual realms. And I couldn't find anything like what I was looking for in terms of a psychosynthesis or an integral oratorio. So I decided to write one. So this workshop is based a lot on my experience of writing this piece of music, which is called Blue Pearl, a one-world oratorio. And its express intention is to convey this integrated, this synthetic, in the sense of synthesizing the lower, the middle, and the higher unconscious in psychosynthesis terms, and in integral terms, integrating all the levels of the spectrum of consciousness. So in this workshop, we're going to explore the role of music in our lives, in our personal life, but also if you work with people, how do you use music and the power of music in terms of helping people with healing psychological issues, but also in terms of inspiration and accessing the higher realms, the spiritual realms, the whole, but it's in terms of the whole, integrating the whole, the lower unconscious and the higher unconscious, or in integral terms, the whole spectrum of consciousness. We're going to listen to some music, including some of my oratorio, and there'll be discussion in breakout groups, so you can discuss with other people about how the role that music plays in your life and in your professional life. And we're also going to compile a list of our favorite transformative spiritual music, so you'll come away with a great playlist of amazing music as well. If you want to find out more about me and about Blue Pearl, this oratorio, please go to my website, which is stevebanks.info, and feel free, if you want to drop me a line, steve@stevebanks.info is my email if you want to ask more about the workshop or about the oratorio. And please come to the world premiere of the oratorio, which is going to be on the 14th of May 2022 in London at St Giles Cripplegate, performed by the London Mozart Players and Excelsis Chamber Choir. And it's also going to be streamed live online, if we can get a fast enough broadband, which I'm sure we will. So yes, I hope to see you at the workshop on the 10th of June, which is going to be online on Zoom, and all the details are at the Psychosynthesis and Education Trust website, and there'll be more details at my website as well, stevebanks.info.